Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything. Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best. Sacrifice for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Segment in English for everybody that is on this live feed. Share so we can start. Let's get a few people in the live feed so we can get more people to watch this. As the second day of me going to around the neighborhood and asking the Tijuana citizens how do they feel about the migrant camp that exists right now in our city of Tijuana. And it is important, inevitably, it is important for us to know, and for the United States government right now that is not giving a response, how they're affecting our city and how they are affecting, our country. Their new policies, how they are affecting right now. It is extremely important. Extremely important. As the second day that I have been, interviewing people around the migrant camp, around the neighborhood that is La Colonia Federal, that is the federal neighborhood, that is the name. And today I will give you guys three interviews. One of them, a resident that lives right there in La Colonia Federal, in the federal neighborhood. The other one, it is an owner of a business right there, prescription glasses business. She owns a business right there. And another interview of the head chief of the taxi drivers in the tourist area of El Chaparral, right there where the migrant camp is located at. First and foremost, we understand the necessity of the people that there are in the migrant camp. And ultimately, we understand the necessity of the children. And I want to congratulate a teacher that has gone inside the migrant camp and has been teaching kids and giving them classes of school. That is beautiful. The children have, no guilt on this situation. Really, they don't. How the camp is being manipulated by nonprofit organizations and by also activists, it is something that is concerning for Tijuana citizens. And Tijuana citizens, now they are understanding how it is working. In this interview that I am about to show you, this resident of this particular neighborhood that is called La Colonia Federal, he practically says, yes, activists, they are working inside the migrant camp. Share this video. Please share this video. And we're going to go right here to the first interview right here of our journey. This is a resident, as you can see, all the way to the back in this interview. All the way to the back in this interview, you are going to see the migrant camp is all the way to this tree right here. We're going to go little by little in interviewing people. A lot of people don't want to speak, but they are extremely mad. They're upset with the government, not with the migrants. They're upset with the government because the government has not done anything to regulate this situation and to ultimately the protection of the citizens that they live across the migrant camp. And they say, I don't want to be on camera, Blue, but, I want to tell you what is happening. It is just unbelievable. The things that happen late at night at the migrant camp. It is just unbelievable, the things that happen late at night at the migrant camp. It is just incredible. If I could tell you, holy cow, I am extremely surprised of the things that they are happening. But it's really important for everybody in the United States to understand how this is concerning for Tijuana citizens. How to everybody at YouTube, how's everybody doing at YouTube? And they're watching me on YouTube, the platform at YouTube, and also on Facebook. So let me just press play, and I will translate what this Tijuana citizen is saying about the situation. And also that he already had an altercation with one person that dropped a bottle of urine in front of his house. So he's really concerned about this. It's a 7-minute interview that, I will try to translate as much as I can. So this is me right here interviewing our paisano in the federal neighborhood.
Saludos, ¿qué tal? Oscar Blue, para Oscar Blue en vivo desde la Colonia Federal, aquí cerca del campamento migrante. Estamos con un residente aquí de la Colonia Federal.
How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue. We're live here in the federal neighborhood, and we're live right here talking to a resident from the neighborhood.
Pregunta para usted. Muy buenas tardes antes que todo, y muchísimas gracias por darme el tiempo.
My first question, for you, and thank you first and foremost. Thank you so much for giving me the time.
¿Qué es el sentimiento de ustedes sobre el campamento migrante en estos momentos?
Bueno,
my first question to you is, what is the feeling for you guys of the migrant camp that is located right here next to your house?
tenemos días, pues ya, con una cierta molestia.
Well, it has been days, that we are really upset.
Porque son personas que están provocando una serie de problemáticas.
Because there are certain people that they are causing certain problems.
De diferentes índoles.
Of different types of problems.
Una es el ruido. Ellos
the first one is the noise.
Provocan, es normal quizás que ven.
The first thing that I'm complaining about is the noise, and it is normal because churches come, and we understand that churches come, and churches are being supporting them.
Pero ya son 10 de la noche, 11 de la noche y están.
Yeah, but we understand when they're supporting them, but there's times that is 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night,
con el sonido bastante alto.
And they're still with their music really loud.
Y pues bueno, todos trabajamos, tenemos que levantarnos.
And all of us work, and we got to get up early to go to work.
Temprano. Otra problemática es.
That's one of the problems. The other problem is
La limpieza.
The hygiene.
Yo personalmente.
El aroma es muy fuerte, por ahorita que está aquí parado se huele.
It's the hygiene, and I say the aroma, the smell is really strong. I was standing right here, and I can smell it all the way over here.
Sí, exactamente. No, y ellos también de manera personal, yo.
Yeah, exactly. And them, personally, them, individually.
Ya tuve un encuentro con.
And personally, I had an altercation with one of them.
Uno de ellos que al pasar aquí simplemente dejó caer
As he was walking by right here, he just dropped something,
un envase
a bottle
con orín,
with urine,
así,
just
en el-
throwing it right
en el
there.
pasar, en el caminar. Entonces,
As he was walking, he just threw it right there as he was walking.
sí le hablé
So I got upset and I talked to him,
y fue grosero, ¿no? Yo
and he was really rude to me.
nada más le dije, oye, por favor,
The only thing that I said, please pick it up.
recoge aunque sea el envase.
Just, you drop the urine, but at least pick up the plastic bottle.
Ya el líquido se tiró.
The liquid already spread all over the place.
El gobierno de los Estados Unidos parece que está mintiendo, ¿no? Porque
The administration currently in the United States, it seems like they're lying.
invita primero, dice una cierta cantidad que van
They invite them first and they say a certain quantity that they're going to let in.
a dejar entrar a 125,000.
The 125,000 they were going to let in.
Hay una gran problemática ahorita con niños no
There's a big problem right now with unaccompanied minors.
acompañados por la parte del McAllen, Texas.
We're through McAllen, Texas, more than 13,000 unaccompanied minors.
Más de 13,000 niños no acompañados han llegado. La gente en Estados Unidos no categoriza esto como una crisis
A lot of people in the United States, they don't categorize this as a crisis
porque no viven acá, paisano.
because they don't live over here, paisano.
Pero usted cómo lo categoriza
But how do you categorize the situation?
esto?
No, claro que es una crisis,
Yes, inevitably, it is a crisis
porque nos afectan, bueno,
because it is affecting
esos dos comentarios que hice, pero
those two comments that I just did, but it's affecting.
es diverso.
It is diverse.
Son muchos puntos los que nos afectan.
There's a lot of points and there's a lot of ways that this is affecting us.
A nosotros como residentes, los pocos negocios que están por aquí
And to us, the residents, and to the small businesses that they are around here,
cercas, es un problema, parece pequeño a lo
yes, it is a problem that it looks small, but
mejor la gente que lo ve desde lejos
it looks small for people that they're from far away that they don't live here.
lo ve pequeño, pero nosotros que lo vivimos
But we, as residents, that we live that problem right here
aquí con las diferentes problemáticas,
with the different problems that are already in our neighborhood,
porque son de diferente índole,
because there are different problems from different cases.
pues sí es grave para
It is something that is real serious for us.
nosotros, ¿no? Incluso el salir de aquí una cuadra a la tiendita
As a matter of fact, just to go outside a block away, there's a store.
o algo así, es incómodo.
It is really uncomfortable to go out to the store.
Es un olor en las calles muy
It's an aroma that is on the street, the smell on the street.
fuerte,
It's really strong.
pero también la gente que está fuera del área,
But ultimately, and it's not only that, the people that are around the area,
pues no lo ve, no es capaz, de menos Estados Unidos, ¿no?
they don't see it. But, and as a matter of fact, the United States does not see it because they're on the other side. He's referring to the governmental officials, or the people that they're saying that this is, not a crisis.
Porque, pues, por una razón están muy retirados. Y el mismo gobierno ya hemos escuchado nosotros que les dijeron, no van a pasar.
And even the same government of the United States, they have said, we're not going to let you in right now.
Esperen en sus lugares
Wait on your cities, wait on your countries,
y no se retiran, ¿no?
and they don't go away, they don't leave.
Entonces, sí,
¿Qué mensaje usted le manda a las autoridades gubernamentales?
What is the message that you send to the governmental authorities?
Más que nada porque ya se les dijo que desalojaran el área.
Because they already said, go to a shelter, leave the area.
Que fueran albergues y no quieren porque ellos tienen
They told them, go to shelters because they have the understanding that they're going to give them the asylum number and the refugee number.
la idea y el entendimiento de que entre más esperan en ese lugar van a tener el número de asilo, cosa que no va a suceder.
A thing that is not going to happen if they think that they're going to get the number and the refugee asylum right now. They already said no. What is the message that you sent?
Pero ¿qué mensaje usted le manda a las autoridades para que esto ya, y cuál cree que usted sea la
What is the message that you send to the authorities, and what do you think it is the solution?
solución?
bueno, yo creo que ellos deben de crear una estrategia.
Yeah, I think that the government needs to create a strategy.
Ya hay experiencia.
We already have experience on this. This is sad because when he's saying that, it's like we already have experience on this. It means that it's gonna be continuing happening. So he's saying we already have experience on this.
No es la primera vez
This is not the first time
que están aquí.
that they are here.
Entonces, y deben, yo creo que también de ver qué es lo que está ocurriendo realmente al interior.
And, you know, they need to understand not only a strategy, but they need to understand what is happening in the interior. Look what he says right here. That is crazy how there's other people manipulating, you know, the migrants. So he says, you know, we need to understand what is happening in the interior, a strategy to know what is happening in the interior.
Como residente, con experiencias pasadas,
me as a resident with, you know, with experiences, you know, that it has happened,
yo he observado.
I have been watching.
Y no están solos ellos.
And they're not alone. They're not alone.
Los manipulan.
They get manipulated. They're not alone. They get manipulated.
Entonces, también como gobierno, ellos tienen que
you know, our government, they need to
ver, investigar.
Look and investigate who are these people that are manipulating them.
¿Qué es lo que está pasando?
And what is happening.
Para que ellos también puedan crear una estrategia.
So the government can create a strategy.
Poderlos, pues, acomodar en los
and you know, for them to, the government to move them to a secure shelter.
Diferentes lugares donde,
and to different places.
De hecho, yo me imagino que ellos estaban ya en un lugar antes de estar aquí.
And you know, as a matter of fact, I believe that they were somewhere else before they were here.
Sí. Hay una especulación muy fuerte de que
There's a strong speculation
activistas norteamericanos
that there's, you know, activists from the United States of America.
vienen y instigan aquí la
And these activists come and they instigate and motivate.
situación y manipulan ciertas
And they manipulate, you know, certain amount of people.
masas de migrantes. ¿Usted ha escuchado algo de eso?
Have you heard something like that?
Yo de manera personal, en los pasados eventos.
Me, as a personal manner, in the past events,
Esta vez no me he acercado mucho.
this time I haven't approached the camp that much.
Porque hoy en día es todavía más fuerte la cuestión de los olores.
Because nowadays it's really strong, the smell, the aroma,
Y todas esas cosas.
and all the
Pero
things.
en los eventos pasados, yo
In the past events,
sí vi de manera personal.
yes, you know, in the past events, yes, I saw activists,
Norteamericanos.
American
No sé
activists.
si realmente son periodistas o no,
I don't know if they're journalists or not,
si son activistas o no,
if they're activists or not.
pero sí, yo vi un grupo, no sé,
Yes, but I saw a group, I don't know,
9 personas
like 9 people,
americanas.
an American,
También no americanas.
also non-American activists.
En el evento pasado,
In the past event,
yo fui
I went over there
y estuve parado
and I was looking
viendo qué es lo que
Looking.
ocurría.
what was happening.
Aquí está una taquería en la esquina.
There's a taco stand right here in the corner.
Nosotros consumimos ahí.
And, you know, we're regular buyers on that taco stand.
Y al estar ahí,
And as we were standing right there waiting,
yo estuve observando
I was, you know, watching the whole operation.
y cómo 2 personas
And how 2 people
se iban al lugar donde estaba la plática con el gobierno.
and 2 people were going around, one of them from one side and the other one from the other one, to go to the particular place where the government was talking.
El grupo de ese momento con el gobierno estaba
The group at that particular moment where the government was talking.
en pláticas y regresaba
And then they returned back to the same place
con una mujer.
with a woman.
Recibían las instrucciones porque yo miraba
They
desde
received-
lejos, no escuché.
It looks like they received instructions because from far away, it looked like they were going directly to bring back information.
Y regresaban otra vez al punto de
And they returned back again to the point of intersection with where the talk with the governmental official was at.
discusión. Y volvían a regresar con la mujer.
And they returned with the lady that they were giving back information.
Siento que recibían algún tipo de instrucción.
I believe that they were receiving some kind of instruction.
Entonces, yo de manera personal, con una distancia de 50 metros,
You know, me as a personal manner, you know, with a distance of almost 50 meters,
vi esa acción.
I saw that
También,
action.
pues, la presencia de norteamericanos.
You know, in the presence of American people.
¿Cuál cree que usted sea la solución ya
What do you think is the solution now?
para esto? Porque ya veo una cierta molestia, no solamente
For now, you know, for now, because I know that people right now are upset.
en los pequeños contribuyentes y negocios,
It's not only affecting the small businesses and businesses,
sino también en los ciudadanos de aquí del
and not only that, but it's affecting the citizens right here around the neighborhood.
Colonia Federal.
Bueno, mira, pues más bien sería una petición al gobierno.
You know, it will be a solution. More than anything, it will be a petition to the government.
Nosotros como residentes podemos, desconocemos realmente
You know, we as residents, we don't know
la problemática interna.
the problems that they are inside. There's problems inside, so we don't know, but we understand there's problems inside.
El gobierno con estos grupos, porque no están solos. Eso es
You know, with the government, with these groups, because we know that they're not alone. We know that they're not alone.
definitivo. Entonces, quizás hay cosas que nosotros ignoramos.
There's some things that possibly, you know, we ignore.
Un cierto control de personas
A certain amount of control of people.
a este grupo. Y entonces
There's a certain amount of control. There's a certain amount of people that they controlled this group.
bueno, pues yo me imagino que tiene más información y en
You know, the government needs to get more information
base a lo que ellos conocen.
and the fact that they know what they know.
Porque yo creo que sí saben qué tipo de personas pueden estar
Because I know that the government knows what kind of people they're inmiscuated in these groups,
inmiscuidas en el control.
in the control of these people.
Y llegar a un tipo de acuerdo. Tiene
And to come into certain agreement,
que haber una manera.
there needs to be a way to help.
Y deben de trabajar en sus oficinas para que puedan
And they need to work in their offices
crear una estrategia
so they can create a strategy
y hablar con estas personas. Y
and to talk to these people.
nunca los tijuanenses nos ha gustado que se utilice la fuerza.
Never the Tijuana people have liked to do things by force.
Pero sí es momento de que estas personas puedan ya tener conciencia
But I think that is a moment right now that these people need to be conscious
y saber que tienen que moverse del lugar porque
and to know that they need to move to a different place
no van a lograr nada ahí.
because they're not going to achieve anything right there.
Bueno, pues muchísimas gracias.
And I said, thank you. Wow. Wow, man. Is the third person that tells me about activists of the United States of America inside controlling people, controlling the migrant camp. My curiosity about this is, why are these people authorized to be inside of the migrant camp, and who are they? Are they essential to be traveling to our country back and forth? 1, 2, is, you know, they're traveling to our country back and forth. Are they COVID free? Are they COVID positive, not positive? These activists of the United States of America. 3, if you're a journalist, do you have your ID? Do you have your work permit to be in our country working? And what is your purpose to be in our country? 3rd, you know, 4th, what is the association, or how you are associated with, or who are you associated with, and what is your purpose to be inside of the migrant camp, and why you're not only what is your purpose, but why you're authorized to be in there. It is amazing. This is a Tijuana citizen, not me, him. Not me, him. Amazing. This is another interview. You know, as we are going every day with Tijuana City, this is an interview that it was done to a person that owns a prescription business. A prescription business that she owns. And she didn't want to show her face due to the fact, for security reasons. She didn't want to show her face, but, you know, you can see a little bit of her face, but, you know, apologize if she's watching. I don't want to show her face, but she didn't want to show her. A lot of these, and let me emphasize on this. As I was walking through the whole blocks, from the back, from the front, a lot of people want to talk. They want to talk, but they don't want to look at camera. They don't want a camera to be at their face. And they just say, I just want to comment. I just want to say something. I just want to tell you that this needs to stop. We understand that, they have a necessity. We understand that, they have a right to migrate. We understand that, but it's affecting our pockets, affecting our businesses. And ultimately, who are, all these nonprofits that are coming over there, not saying anything. What's going on? I know that there's a necessity, but what's going on with us? Nobody's putting attention to us. So this is another interview that I want to show you, and I will translate. And hear what this lady says on this interview.
Tal, Oscar Blue, en vivo. Seguimos aquí en la Colonia Federal. Estamos en un negocio independiente, una óptica cerca del campamento migrante, donde ya ciudadanos ya están alzando la voz y diciendo esto ya tiene que cambiar, ya se tiene que hacer algo.
How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue. I'm live right here still on the outside of the federal neighborhood close to Camp El Chaparral. And, we a lot of citizens, they want to talk, they want to speak, and they say, this needs to stop. So I'm right here live with the owner. I ask her, what do you do over here? And she says, I'm the owner. I am the owner of the prescription clinic.
No voy a decir tu nombre por razones de seguridad.
I'm not going to say your name because of security reasons.
Pero estamos aquí con una... ¿Cuál es tu trabajo aquí?
Propietaria de la óptica.
Es propietaria de la óptica.
And what is your job? What do you do here? I'm the owner. I'm the owner.
¿Qué es lo que opinas acerca de la situación? Muchos vecinos y pequeños contribuyentes y taxistas ya se están...
What is it? What do you think about the situation? Small businesses and taxi drivers are complaining about the situation in Chaparral.
Molestando bastante términos de higiene.
One, the hygiene. They're complaining about the hygiene.
Dos, hay violencia y delincuencia.
So supposedly there is violence and delinquents inside.
Al parecer. Y tres, pues está afectando claramente.
And three, it's affecting the pockets. It's affecting economically the businesses.
Las bolsas, ¿no? Del negocio está afectando económicamente. Tu opinión acerca de la situación.
Your opinion, towards this situation.
No quieren venir para acá.
The tourists, they don't want to come over here. Yes, it is affecting the tourists. They don't want to come over here.
El olor, sobre todo, la mala higiene.
The aroma and the bad hygiene.
Creo que deberían de hacer algo de erradicarlos en otro lugar.
They need to do something to eradicate them and to move them to another place.
Darles algún, no sé, tipo refugio.
Or to give them some kind of a refugee, but in a shelter.
Porque sinceramente está muy mal visto.
Because sincerely, it looks really bad.
El cómo vienen con niños.
How they come with children.
Cómo vienen sufriendo.
How they come in suffering.
Aquí piden demasiadas cosas como comida, entrar al baño.
They ask for a lot of stuff right here in my business, like for food and to go inside the bathroom.
No se puede, ¿verdad? Porque
And we cannot allow that because it's a private business.
Particular. Pero está muy solo, está afectando mucho porque
but it's really, it's lonely. It's affecting our business.
No hay turismo,
there's no tourism, and that is what, there's no tourism.
Hay gente, no hay nada y
there's no people, there's nothing.
Y pues la mayoría que vienen más y más y más.
But you keep seeing that they're coming more and more and more and more.
Más y cada vez hay más casas de campo.
And every time you see more tents and more tents.
España, cada vez hay más pérdida de dinero.
And, every day you see more tents, but you see that we are losing money.
Pues aquí no está entrando nada de dinero.
And to us, we're not, nothing is coming in as economically.
La gente en los Estados Unidos, mucha gente dice, esto no es una crisis.
A lot of people in the United States are saying this is not a crisis.
¿Y por qué no viven acá?
Because they don't live over here.
No saben cómo afecta económicamente. Más de 13,000 niños no acompañados han llegado por la frontera de...
They don't know how it affects economically. More than 13,000 children have been arrived to McAllen, Texas, the border.
Reynosa, McAllen, Texas. Ahorita están detenidos.
They're detained right now.
Estas declaraciones del presidente de los Estados Unidos de decir va a estar abierto.
This is statements from the United States president to say, it's going to be open.
Esto es lo que ocasionó.
This is how, this is the effects.
¿Tú cómo lo categorizas como ciudadana tijuanense? En mis palabras, yo sí lo categorizo como una crisis, pero ¿tú cómo lo
How do you categorize this? In my words, yes, I categorize it as a crisis. How do you categorize it?
categorizas?
Categorizo como una invitación.
I categorize it. Look what she says. She doesn't categorize this as a crisis. She doesn't categorize this as a situation. She categorizes this. I ask her, how do you categorize the situation? And look what she says. She categorizes this as an invitation. Wow.
a que todo aquel puede venir.
I categorize this as an invitation to whoever they may come.
Y la realidad no es esta. Para
And the reality is not that.
nosotros que somos de Tijuana, no hay
For us, that we are from Tijuana,
empleo. No
there's no jobs.
nos están dando a nosotros la prioridad.
They're not giving us a priority, Tijuana citizens.
Simplemente para ellos es muy fácil venir y cada
Simply for them, it's really easy to come.
día vienen más y más y más.
And every day you see more of them coming.
Deberían de hacer algo al respecto. El presidente de México debería
The president of Mexico should do something about it right now
cuidar por nosotros.
to look to the other side, to us.
Y sí está mal visto que permitan
And yes, it is really bad that they are allowing
que den un asilo político
to give them the political asylum
cuando sabemos que no todos van a alcanzar. Que
when
está
you know that actually not all of them they're going to qualify,
limitado a 25 por día
and they're already said that they're going to allow 25 per day,
y no todos pueden pasar. Si
and
no,
not all of them they are going to go through.
pues uno cruzaría también. Yo que tengo visa,
And if that case, I will be crossing also too. Me that I have a tourist visa,
hago mis trámites legales,
we are doing everything legally. We have done all our paperwork legally.
que hago todo correspondiente.
That I do everything according to the law,
No es fácil.
and it is not easy.
Entonces, ¿cómo pretenden ellos venir y
And how do they, how do they assume that they can come
cruzar así de la noche al
and they can cross from one day to another? It is illogical.
al día siguiente? No.
¿Cuál crees
No, I don't believe it.
que sería la solución inmediata? Porque parece que ya hay mucha gente que ya se está quejando. ¿Cuál crees que sería la solución inmediata?
What do you think is the immediate solution? Because there's a lot of people that they are not, that they are not right now understanding. What do you think is the immediate solution?
Pues que hagan algo nuestros gobernantes, que sea más restringido el cruce.
To talk to our governmental officials to restrict the crossings.
Creo que parece que es de por Chiapas y todo
We understand that the crossings are from Chiapas, from Tapachula.
El Salvador, Honduras.
They need to be restricting the crossings from Honduras, from El Salvador.
Creo que deberían de ponerse más estrictos porque
They need to be more strict with the crossings.
ahí viene la principal, que los investiguen, que hagan más
To do investigations on them, to do filters on investigations on them,
trámites, que
to do more paperwork,
sepan qué tipo de personas vienen para acá,
to know what kind of people they are coming over here.
porque a nosotros nos afecta.
Because to us, it is affecting us.
Nos afecta en cuestión de saber que no sabemos que si son maratzamaltruchas,
We don't know what kind of people are coming. We don't know if they're, MS-13s, MS-18s,
o gente que trae malas, huyendo de algún delito.
or people that they are running away from, from a crime that they did on their country.
Entonces, y si no, pues se van a quedar aquí. ¿Qué van a hacer? Van a hacer más
So, and if not is not the case, well, they're going to stay here, and what are they going to do here?
caos, más problemas.
They're going to cause some people, they're going to cause more chaos, more problems.
Más
Pregunta sincera.
A sincere question to you.
¿Te sientes segura aquí en tu negocio?
Do you feel secure right here at your business?
No, por eso yo vengo con mi pareja.
No, I don't feel secure. That's why I come with my partner.
Vengo a veces hasta con personas que me pueden ayudar, porque sí es muy habitual
No, sometimes I come with people that they come and help me.
que entren hasta casi y no te das cuenta.
And sometimes it is, sometimes it's not common that you see them all the way coming over here, and you're opening up your business and you don't know if they're coming behind you.
Entonces, no me siento segura para
And so, as a matter of fact, I don't feel secure
nada, porque está tranquilo, está solo.
because it is alone. It's right now. It's really slow. The business is really slow, and the street is alone.
Y la policía casi tarda en llegar.
And the municipal police takes a long time to arrive.
No es como que lleguen, a pesar de que es una zona federal.
It's not like they come real quick, due to the fact that, it's a federal zone, but they don't come quick.
Tardan en llegar y ya cuando todo pasó.
And take a long time, and then they arrive when everything has passed and everything has been done.
Y no hay gente como para avisarle a alguien, está todo muy...
And there's no people to yell to ask them for help,
tranquilo.
because it's all alone. It's really slow. The business is really slow.
Increíble, ahí lo tienen, otra ciudadana más hablando y levantando la voz.
There you have it, another citizen talking and speaking and saying practically what is happening. Wow. Holy cow. These are citizens, it's not me. They're citizens that they're giving their opinion on what the migrant camp represents right there. A really important place that is a pedestrian port of entry to the United States of America. Unbelievable. This next interview, the audio is not that good because my microphone was not working. So the audio is not that good. But this is an interview, really important interview that I do with the person in charge of the taxi drivers in that part of the neighborhood. The person that is in charge of the taxi drivers, the cab drivers in that part of the neighborhood. Look what he says. This is not the first cab driver that I talk, because cab drivers in that particular part, it is a business. It is a way that they bring food to their houses, a way to bring food to the table. Look what he says, and look how upset he is. And he asked me also to not put him on camera. I want to thank to every single one of them. They have been talking to me. You guys are really brave. Ustedes son muy valientes al hablar conmigo porque pues están expuestos a un problema, pero de verdaderamente gracias por hablar conmigo. You guys, I want to thank them so much for speaking to me, because you guys are really brave of what is happening. So look at this interview as he explains again what is the current situation in that particular part in Camp Hope, El Chaparral.
Saludos, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Estamos en vivo, todavía en la Colonia Federal. Vamos a hablar por razones de seguridad.
How's everybody doing? We're still live right here in the federal neighborhood, and for particular security reasons, I'm not going to show the head chief of the person in charge of around 150 taxis in El Chaparral.
Taxista independiente no quiere que lo pongan en cámara, pero señores, es una realidad lo que está pasando aquí en El Chaparral. Es una problemática ya.
But it's a reality what is happening right here in Chaparral. It is, it's a problematic situation.
Afectando a pequeños contribuyentes y a negocios y a taxistas.
And it is affecting small businesses and taxi and cab drivers.
Tu opinión acerca de lo que está sucediendo ahorita.
Your opinion on what is happening right now in Chaparral?
Mi opinión, pues francamente estamos muy molestos.
My opinion, frankly, we are really upset.
Porque están invadiendo
because they're invading our space, our workspaces, they're invading our workspaces, as you have seen. Precisely today in the morning, they took away another space where we were located at. You're going to see it right now as soon as you go. They just left us a space only for 2 vehicles. And every time they are moving us, every day they're moving us a little bit more far away. And the only thing that we were asking is for them to respect our spaces, our workspaces. Obviously, that didn't happen, but the municipal police came. And they moved them. The municipal police moved them because they were in a private area. We know that they're asking for asylum. it has been almost a year that we have been struggling with this.
Casi un año batallando con la pandemia desde que inició
And not only with this, but with the pandemic.
la pandemia. Y estábamos sobreviviendo con lo poquito que
And when the time of the pandemic, we were surviving with the little bit that it was coming out of this port of entry.
estaba saliendo. Ahora estábamos esperando que llegara el 21 de este mes.
And we were almost, thinking, and we were so excited for the 21st of this month. He's saying that because of spring break, and when it's spring break, a lot of Americans travel to Tijuana and they go on vacation. So they were awaiting for this particular day, spring break, on the 21th of March,
Para que nos abrieran la garita.
so they can open up the border.
Y llega esta gente.
And these people arrive.
O sea, no estamos en contra ni somos racistas. No,
We're not against. We're not racist people.
todos son bienvenidos siempre y cuando
Everybody's welcome. There's a lot of jobs in Tijuana,
vengan de manera pacífica y
but they need to come in peaceful and orderly fashion,
con ganas de trabajar, ¿no? Porque
and to come to work,
aquí hay mucha chamba.
because here we have a lot of jobs.
Pero pues ahora sí que ya nos alargaron esto y nos echaron a perder todo el trabajo.
And but now they ruin our jobs because they took away our space, and they're complicating the exit of a Chaparral, the pedestrian exit.
Y la esperanza que teníamos para este
And the hope that we had for this vacation and week
precisamente esta semana
to make, and the Holy Week, to make a little bit of money.
Semana Santa que viene mucho trabajo
And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
de por parte de los americanos
And it's not going to happen because of what is happening right now in the camp.
y muchos turistas. Pues ahora sí,
You know that at this particular days, there's a lot of tourists.
Hay una especulación muy fuerte y ya casi no es una especulación. Se dice muchos disturbios.
There's a strong speculation, but now there's not a speculation. It's not a speculation anymore. They're talking about, a lot of disturbancy that has been occurring right there at the camp.
Hay mucha suciedad en el
And there's a lot of lack of hygiene right there at the camp.
campamento. ¿Tu opinión?
Your opinion?
sí, hay mucha suciedad, nosotros lo
Yes, there's a lot of lack of hygiene.
hemos visto y
We have seen it,
lo vemos constantemente
and we see it constantly,
día y noche, ¿eh?
and day and night.
Pero más que nada en las noches cuando surgen
But more than likely is at night where they let loose.
los problemas más graves. Del
That is where the real serious problems occur.
día tratan de cubrirse un poquito,
In the day, they control themselves a lot.
no tratan de llamar la atención,
They don't try to catch that much attention.
pero en la noche sí se destapan, ¿eh?
But in late at night, that is where they get a little bit out of control.
Circulan en tus narices con las caguamas,
They're circulating around the area with beers in their hand,
y más fines de semana, ¿no?
and more than likely at the weekend.
Lo miras como que, cabrón, ya ni
And you looked at him like, hey, we cannot even be circulating Tijuana citizens with a beer in the hand. And why they?
uno que no puede tomarse una cerveza en vía pública, pero ellos sí.
¿Cuál crees que sería la
And I say, what do you think it will be the
solución inmediata? Porque ya
the immediate solution to this?
está afectando a ustedes,
Because it's affecting you guys.
está afectando a negocios de pequeños contribuyentes.
It's affecting small businesses.
Estaba hablando ahorita con unos vecinos,
I was talking to one of the neighbors,
están también muy molestos ya
and they are really upset of the situation
por el aroma, la inseguridad que
because of the hygiene and the aroma and the smell
se vive en este lugar.
that, is particularly right here in this place.
Y más que nada porque se especula que se están siendo manipulados por un grupo de personas.
And more than likely because they see that they are manipulative, where the certain people are manipulating them.
No, entonces, ¿cuál crees que sería la solución? En
What do you think is the immediate solution?
La solución inmediata sería que lo dedicaran a unos, o sea, unas apenas, ¿no? Que es
The immediate solution is for them to get moved to shelters.
lo más esencial para
It's the most essential thing for us,
ellos, más que nada,
and for them, for the children, for the children.
a los niños los ponen por delante,
And the what they do is they put the kids as the front. They put the kids in the front. They use the kids.
esa es más que nada esa es la solución más rápida.
And more than likely, that's the solution. That's the solution. Move to a shelter.
Entonces,
That is the solution that I think that
y para que
to avoid problems. That is a solution. Wow. Holy cow, man. This is the way that it's affecting, small businesses. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Boys News. As a Tijuana citizen, I have the freedom to go and ask to the people around the camp, how do they feel about these situations that are occurring around Camp Hope? And there has been no citizen until now that has said that there's no problems inside the migrant camp. They already told, the shelters already told them, they already went over there and told them, you need to come to the shelters. They don't want to move because they are under the assumption, and these activists manipulate them. And you heard a taxi driver yesterday speaking and saying, yes, they're telling them tomorrow they're going to open up the borders, and they don't. Tomorrow they're going to open up the borders, and it does not happen. So there's certain group of people that they're manipulating inside of the migrant camp that it is causing problems, and this is why they don't leave. Also, today I was watching a video that they have plastered, the media that they don't want in there. They have, mainstream media like TV Azteca, Televisa. They don't want them in there. Wow, it is a public place. It is so crazy. Wow, it looks kind of like what activists from the United States do in an autonomous zone, like what is happening in Minneapolis, like what happened with Chaz and Chop. Kind of like they're trying to do that over here. Let's see what the government does, because it is getting out of hand, and people in the neighborhood are complaining. People in the neighborhood are getting tired of it, and not tired of the migrants, tired of the situation, smell, and the lack of hygiene, and the turnover events that are happening late at night. Everybody deserves, and I have said this too many times, migrating, it is a right. You can migrate to whatever place. There's a process, there's a way to do it. And everybody deserves a better life. Everybody deserves it. Everybody. But it is affecting, third people now, because the migrant camp over there is supposed to be staying for when the government of the United States said, this is what we're going to do. Now, they heard already that Biden said, no, I'm not going to let nobody in. Stay in your cities, stay in your countries. Why we're still having a migrant camp right there? Amazing. And the refugee asylum, nobody has come out and said, this is the way we got to do it. This is the way there has to be done. There's going to be a number. There's going to be a process in the internet, so everybody can go home. Don't be, right here camping still. But nobody from the current administration has been responsible. And I say that it is a complete irresponsibility of what they're doing, not communicating how they're going to handle this situation. The migrants are waiting for you, Kamala. Migrants are waiting for you. I don't know how much time it's going to take you, Miss Kamala Harris, to come over here and to give an explanation to the migrants in Mexico and also to the migrant stations in the United States of America. They're waiting to hear an explanation. And now, not only that, people, Mexican citizens, that they live and they're being affected by these camps that they're, right here in Tijuana, that they are blocking tourism, that particularly these people live out of the tourists. They're complaining also. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Boys News. God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for watching this evening. Tijuana citizens, speak again. Speak again of this situation. Later on this week, possibly, we are trying to arrange a meeting. This man is really busy, but we already have contact with him. It is a congressman from our state of Baja California, and we are going to have an interview with him and explain to him the problematics that exists with these organizations that are in the migrant camp and the situation. How can we provide some help for the children and the families that they are there waiting for the children, and we are going to talk to him and specifically, put an input on how the situation is being managed and how it is affecting businesses. Something needs to be done. Elections are coming up in the state of Baja, so that needs to be cleared, and that needs to be before they start the elections. God bless you all. You can follow my partner, Real Anthony Whittle. You can follow him, Orbeez Partner, YouTube, Facebook, and ultimately also in Telegram. Also, Ben Berquam from Frontline America and Will Johnson from Unite America First. And also, you can follow me at Facebook as Oscar L. Blue, my public figure page, and also YouTube and my Instagram, and also my channel in Telegram. God bless you all. Thank you so much. It is an honor. It is a pride to be born in Mexico and to be a Latino. God bless the United States of America. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always, your country's first. God bless.
Lo que necesitamos. Y ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything.
Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best. Sacrifice for your country.
Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.